There is a lie that we all believe. It's called the deferred life plan. It says, I will suffer now so I can be happy later. I will work 80 hours a week now so I can relax when I'm 65. I will endure a job I hate now so I can afford a beach house someday. We treat our lives like a waiting room. We are just killing time until the real life begins. But what if I told you that the waiting room is the life? What if I told you the finish line you are running toward is actually right behind you? Welcome back to the Simple Tapes. This is your friend Vinny. It's Sunday here in the Rust Belt, and this is a special one. This is tape 10. We've been walking this road together for about a while now. We've talked about subtraction, about anxiety, about loneliness, and tonight I want to talk about the end game. If you are exhausted from constantly trying to earn your happiness, if you feel like you are always one promotion away from peace, today we are going to stop running. Today we are going to look at the map and realize we are already there. We are obsessed with arrival. We think of life as a trajectory. Up and to the right. We climb the ladder. We scale the mountain. We launch the rocket. But psychologists have a name for what happens when you actually reach the top. It's called arrival fallacy. It's the sinking feeling you get when you achieve a huge goal and the happiness doesn't last. You win the championship, and 30 minutes later, or the next day, you are just a guy holding a metal empty cup. You get the promotion, and the next day, it's a job with more email and probably a slightly better paycheck. We expect a transformation, but we just get a change of scenery. The most extreme example of this is the astronaut Buzz Aldrin. In 1969, he did the most impressive thing a human being has ever done. He walked on the moon. He reached the ultimate summit, the peak of human experience. He stood there, looked around, and said two words that have haunted me to this day. Magnificent desolation. Repeating, magnificent desolation. It was impressive, but it was dead. It was gray dust, black sky, and silence. When Aldrin came back to Earth, he didn't feel triumphant. He fell apart. He sank into a deep depression. He struggled with alcoholism. Because he had arrived, he had won the game, and he realized there was nothing there. But here's the twist. Ask any astronaut what the most beautiful part of going to space is. They never say the moon or the stars. They always say looking back at Earth. They spend their whole lives training to leave, but once they get out there, they realize that the blue marble, the place they just left, is the only colorful, living, warm thing in the entire universe. The miracle wasn't the destination. The miracle was home. I have spent so much of my life trying to get to the moon or landing somewhere in the stars. I thought that if I just published one more paper or just got one more degree or reached a certain number in my bank account, then I would be happy. I was treating my actual life, my messy, mundane, blue marble life, like a launching pad, something to escape. I was willing to trade the color and the warmth for a little bit of magnificent desolation. I was working myself to death to buy a seat on a dead rock. So here's my challenge to you this week. Abort the launch. Stop looking at the sky. Stop looking at the stars and stop looking at the moon. Look at the ground. Look at your messy kitchen. Look at your annoying family and friends. Look at your bored pet. It might not look impressive, It might not be high status, but it has one advantage over the success you are chasing. It is alive. You don't need to go to the moon to find peace. You are already on the blue marble. The paradise you are working for, you are currently standing in it. This is the end of our first batch of tapes. We covered a lot of ground, but if you remember nothing else, remember this. The grass is not greener on the other side. The grass is greener where you water it. You have arrived. Take off the helmet. Breathe the air. Till next time, this is your friend Vinny. Keep it ordinary. Keep it simple.